That doesn't fade out at all. You're muted. There you go. I unmuted you.
So catchy.
Hey, hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I'm still learning all this shit. So, like, I found out that you can click in the YouTube chat to see who all's in chat. So, because I was trying to figure out how does Kick and all the other people know everybody that's in chat? How are they going down each, comments or something?
Yeah,
But no, I've learned something new this week. So
echo. I think that's just you, Air Scout, because I don't hear an echo.
there's no echo. Maybe you have surround sound on.
Or maybe I'm just really close to you, Air Scout, and you can hear me echoing from the other room. Beanie.
Hey guys. All right. Well, I'm still dealing with being sick and stuff. I have lots of mucus going on. So,
I
but
know it's share day, but no, I'm just kidding.
full of mucus. Some people are full of shit. I'm full of mucus.
Well, at least it's not the latter.
You know what sucks? I took uh, the watchdog, Lucy, our basset hound, to the vet yesterday because I stuck at keeping up vaccinations, not just for the dog, but for the kids too sometimes. But they're pretty much all up to date on everything. But they were going to do the fecal test. And of course, she didn't have anything in her system to get it out. So they hand me the little tube. Like,
And
damn
you're
it.
like,
This
really?
this never happens. This never works for me. Because the dog won't shit if you're watching her.
It's just the way you said that. It was like super funny for some reason.
It's like,
It's
hey
like a pot of
Maddie,
water won't boil if you're
it's
watching it.
I'm serious, it's the funniest thing. Like
Hey, Maddie.
she is a complete inside dog. And so when she wants to go outside, you can tell when she has to go poo. So you open the door and she'll kind of like stand there at the door outside and then look back at you. Like, you can close it now.
Yep, I'm good.
And then if I go open the door to get her to come inside and she's mid poop and she hears the door open, she like freezes and doesn't move and the
Oh,
poop just hangs there.
oh my gosh.
But yeah, I just, that's it.
No,
A no
thanks. I'm
go.
good. I'm good. Thank God my dog is a clean freak. He has to like drag his butt on the ground after every number two. He's like,
Scooting.
nah, nah. I got to do the boo scoot and boogie.
Who needs toilet paper when you can rub your ass on the grass?
That's right. Brings a new meaning to getting some grass. He's got a
Lord help me. I don't know. But so I wanted to come on. I'm actually early this time. I had my weigh-in days on Wednesdays, so I was gonna do something last night, but I got a migraine after hearing some sad news. My mom, she had they found cancer a year and a half ago. She had endometrial, stage 3. Um, I can't remember the letter. I think it was C, which is like the highest one for 3.
oh
And
my, I'm so sorry.
she had, all her baby making equipment taken out. She had chemo for months. Then she had radiation
Mm,
for like a a couple weeks, and she was all in the clear. But they did some blood work, and her numbers are they jumped back up.
Oh no, like her white
So
blood cell count jumped.
let me see. It was her CA 225 blood marker.
Yeah,
It jumped up from the last time back in March was 4.6, and it jumped up to 19.9.
that's a jump. Wow. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm going through that with my mom right now too.
Yeah, but the doctor, they're going to do
But
a PET scan
but
from
my
her
mom's in
neck.
hospice anyway, so this has got to be like a huge shock to you.
Who, me? Yeah. But they're going to be doing a PET scan from her neck to the bottom of her abdomen on
Okay,
Monday.
good.
And then,
Sounds like they're being cautious. That's a good thing.
yeah, they're being proactive, she said. So,
Good.
well, that's why I got my migraine yesterday. I mean, I'm assuming stressful and stuff.
Stress,
But,
anxiety, yeah.
mhm,
You worry, a worry migraine, I feel like are the worst. Those and sinus migraines are just like
mhm.
the worst.
Ugh.
So you weighed in,
I weighed in,
and how are you doing?
and oof, I'm looking at my thing. From last week, I let go of 1.6 pounds. So from my highest of 318, I have let go of 62.4 pounds
That's great.
since, let's see, my surgery was June 22nd this year. And 3 days before that was when I was at my highest at 318. So, yeah, I let go of 6.4 pounds just in my pre op diet for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
So, that's interesting. But let's
No, I
see.
believe it.
Whoops, wrong button. So,
I
I'll show
remember
you.
I remember that little lovely liquid clear diet thing they make you do. Speaking of that, I want a Klondike bar.
All right. So, I have like all kinds of apps to track my weight. And this is just the Fitbit one. This is the only one that I could pull up on my computer. But that's like the for the year. Um, this was my highest.
Okay.
So June 18th, three
I
days
like that
before.
one. That one's easy to track.
It's Fitbit. I have my Fitbit. It's my Fitbit, but I haven't worn it in months.
See, I like my Fitbit because I can put it in a pillowcase and throw it in the dryer and catch up on my miles.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not being really serious. Catch up on my
Oh my goodness.
steps.
Yeah, I used to walk when I was doing this on my own 5 years ago before I got onto all the mental health meds. If I did not hit my 10,000 steps a day, I would walk either outside in my cul-de-sac in circles, or I would walk in my house around my sofa. So
Hey, it's still walking.
that's what I would do. But
I had a friend who used to put it on her dog
oh
because her dog walked around the house so much.
Lord. But it's interesting to see
Hey, Abby.
this go down. But so 255.6 is where I'm at right now.
Look at that
I
steady
had
drop. Isn't that a nice feeling?
I had a little gain. I don't remember why.
And you're going to have a gain again through the
Staggered.
holidays. The thing is to not be hard on yourself over it, you
Oh,
know?
I'm I'm not worried about it. Like right now, I'm surprised that I let go of more than a pound because I'm on steroids and antibiotics. So I was like,
Mm.
And then I'm on, lady time. I call, menstrual lady time in the house because it sounds a little bit more calming.
I gotcha. I gotcha. And you have a teenager in the house too, don't you?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there are two of you in the house that
Well,
not yet.
not
No.
yet.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
mean, she's got you know.
Close. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I'm not trying to be nosy. I was just
No,
trying to
no.
say y'all will come up with your own language to communicate with each other on that, and then the men will run in fear.
Oh, it's funny. It is so funny sometimes. But yeah. As far as the weight and stuff goes, I'm okay. You know, I have this, like today I got dressed and I looked in the mirror, which I normally don't do. It's, passing by the mirror or whatever, because I have a huge mirror in my bathroom. And
Oh, I'm jealous.
I don't like mirrors. And it's not for that I don't like looking at myself. It's for probably a stupid reason. Like, um,
What do you mean?
I've watched too many scary movies.
Oh, something's gonna come out and go. "Rah."
Yeah, yeah. Like recently, like I'm a big horror, scary movie person. The last, I don't know, five out of the last five movies I've watched or shows, two of them had mirrors in it where there's like an entity in the mirror, and so when you would move, the entity would just stand there and look at you. Or there was
Oh
something
no.
coming out of the mirror, and I'm like,
I go back to like my elementary school, middle school days with the Bloody Mary thing where you would, stand in the mirror and go, Bloody Mary, I've got
mm-hmm.
your baby thing. And Bloody Mary's supposed to come out of the mirror and scratch you. Do you remember that?
I don't remember all that. I
Oh,
remember
okay.
throwing water on the mirror and calling her
What?
name 3 times, I think it was.
Throwing water on the mirror. Oh my gosh, my mom would have killed me. Maybe mine is just the hood version because we knew our mamas would kill us. So, um, but yeah, we just, you were supposed to turn around and say it 3 times. Then when you said it the third time, like she would come out of the mirror and scratch you. And
Why
whoever
would
got
we do
scratched,
this?
me,
Why would we want to do this as
I don't
children?
know. I don't know. It makes no sense.
I don't get it either. But I remember watching, I don't remember how old I was. Let me pull it up real quick when that movie came out. Let's see. When did the movie Candyman come
Oh, Candyman, I don't get what the big fear of Candyman is. To me, it's not a scary movie at all. I don't think
out? Well,
Candyman is a scary movie.
I saw it when it came out by myself in my home, in my bedroom. And so I was 12 years old at the time. And I remember at the end of the movie, I had to pee so bad. And it was like nighttime and stuff. Everybody was sleeping. I did not get up out of bed. I didn't care if I peed the bed. I was like, I'm not getting up.
I'm staying right here because there might be something under the bed that grabs my foot.
That one part, Helen, Helen.
I know exactly what you're talking about too. My thing was
My
Freddy Krueger. Mm-mm. Anything that comes into your dreams and messes you up in your dreams, I am not having any of that. Thank you very much. I will stay awake forever.
Kick has never seen one of them.
What? They are
And he
petrifying.
refuses. He
They are
refuses.
petrifying. I love scary movies though. Don't get me wrong. I like to be scared because I'm weird. I don't know. But
No, I tried to get
mm-mm.
him to sit down and watch at least one of them. Like there's a funny one I don't remember which one it is, but there's one that's fucking funny, and he wouldn't sit down and watch it with me. No, I take it back. I think he watched Freddy versus Jason with me. I think he did. I don't know. I've exposed
That one
him
was
to
good.
all. I've exposed him to a lot of movies he's never seen. My dad's a big movie buff, and we pretty much got to watch anything when we were kids. The example I
Same.
always give is when we were kids, we were allowed to watch the old version, and I guess it doesn't even matter what version it is, of heavy metal.
Yeah, I did too.
So,
I remember being a little kid and watching Carrie on on TV, and the hand jumping up out of the grave
uh huh.
at the end. And I remember that scaring me so bad that I remember jumping up and taking off running, and I ran into the door frame, and I was like straight up, like poof, out of out of a sitcom, like you wouldn't believe that it happened. I was straight up, boom, into a door frame.
Well, heavy metal wasn't scary. It was very adulty.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, we were exposed to stuff we probably shouldn't have been.
yeah. My mom just didn't care about anything, so we could do or watch anything we wanted.
Well, my kids, the two oldest ones, they're just turned 13 and 10, um, like to watch scary movies with me. So
But they're
I'm
doing it with
excited.
you, so it's a
Yeah,
little it's a little different.
well, see, that's the other thing. We do try to screen them. Like, if there's a movie they want to see, or if there's a movie I want to show them, I will Google to make sure there's no adult content. I don't care about cursing. I don't care about violence. You know, as long as there's no adult stuff in it, like nakedness and making out and everything, because that's uncomfortable for them to watch.
Yeah,
So,
especially with our mom.
there's a movie that the oldest wants to see, the boy, and it's called Fall, Fall,
Hmm.
and it's a suspense. It's about this avid rock climber girl, and she was climbing with her dad, I guess, and he fell and he died, so she stopped climbing. And then one of her friends, who's also an avid climber, gets her to go on this trip to go climb this abandoned telephone. I don't know what you call them. Those tall shit.
Like cable towers, those big tower things.
Yeah, I realize that I'm using a different um, internet explorer web browser. That's the word. So let me see something. Copy.
I need to grab a drink real quick. I will be
Go
right
ahead.
back.
Live today. This is not good. Talk amongst yourselves. See. Close that. Open that. See. I'm gonna pull up the trailer. Do 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 do. Hey, Mark. We're just waiting on Miss Manny to get back. I'm going to show this trailer for the movie Fall because our 13-year-old son wants to watch it with me. A suspenseful movie. Where is that lady? All right. She's waiting to put her earbuds on.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're good, you're good. Hey.
I can't unhear my clock now. Thanks for that.
So the oldest Kicklick just texted me. He must be at lunch. He has lunch freaking early. That he just posted a new.
It is early for him. Jeez.
He just posted a new short on his page, so we'll watch that in a minute. But,
Maddie, I'm not making a milk Klondike shake, but I am eating a Klondike bar. Ah.
all right, so this is the movie the oldest Kicklick wants to see.
Okay. Oh, God.
A horrible thing happened to you. I just want you to be able to move on with your
It's
life.
Negan.
Negan. I was just gonna,
It's coming
Negan
up on a
from
year.
Walking Dead.
I have something that's planned, and I need a partner in crime. The B67 TV tower.
I haven't
Wasn't
climbed
she in
since
Walking
Becky.
Dead too?
If you don't confront your fears, you
No,
are
I don't
with the
think
brown
so.
hair?
be afraid.
Let's do it. Let's climb your stupid tower.
Oh, the audio kicks out.
This is sick. Damn it, Hunter. What are you getting us in?
Oh, the audio.
47 meters down. Oh, they're climbing the audio tower. Okay.
What was that? Oh my god!
No.
Hunter, how do we get down? I don't have a signal.
Right?
Our water is out there in that bag.
We have 50 feet of rope.
I think I can drop myself lower. Okay, I'm gonna jump onto the bag. Hunter, no! Hunter!
Every hour that passes, the weaker we get.
If anyone called 911, they'd be here by now.
What is it that Dan used to say?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's the movie he wants to see. I want to watch it with him, but I'm like, I think he's gonna get scared. He's gonna be like, "Oh shit!" and he'll say the word, and then I'll laugh.
If I would have ever cussed around my mama, she would have straight up smacked me in the face.
I'm the cool mom. No. You know what? He might even do, "Oh, mom, can I say the word?"
I would go, "Oh, S word." That's what I would. That's literally what I would say.
But,
And if it was the F word, I would go, "Oh, the really bad one." That's what I would.
we used to use the word when I was younger, freak.
Freak.
Freak. And my mom hated that too.
Oh yeah.
Then we started using fork.
Fork, and she was okay with that.
No, she wasn't okay with any of it.
She wasn't okay with freak or fork, but she just kind of dealt with it.
Yeah. There was, I don't remember what song it was. Oh my goodness, it's a very popular song amongst our aged people. I can't think of the name or
Among
the
our aged
band.
people.
Aerials Was it Ariel's? That song Ariel's?
I don't know that song. I might know if I heard it.
I don't even know if it was that song, but there's a song.
I'm gonna cut my camera off. I am
Okay.
apprehensive. I don't
There's
like
a
eating
song
in front of
in
people.
front of people. I get it.
Hey, Mark Daggett.
Oh, excuse me. Ooh. So there's this
Oh,
song
the really bad one. No, I'm just kidding.
that has lyrics in it that are not very nice,
Okay.
but you can hardly hear them because of how loud and fast the singer is singing it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom loves the song, and so my mom kind of heard what they were saying and asked my older brother, "Did they just say X, Y, and Z?" And he just kind of looked at me and looked at her. And he goes, "Oh no, this is what they said."
Okay.
It was I wish I remember the name of the song, what it was. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, my mom, she's an awesome lady and very open minded and stuff, but she's conservative, like modest. Well, I don't even want to say modest. She's got it and she flaunts it. How to explain it?
Your
But
mom?
yeah, but she's very. I don't know how to explain it. She's not in a political sense. She's conservative. You know, she.
Okay, she's classy.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Ish. She's classy-ish.
I love you, Mom. But don't hurt. Don't be mad.
Don't hurt me, she almost said.
Don't hurt me.
Oh, there's a bad one. I could tell what you almost said. Don't hurt me, Mom.
Don't hurt me.
That's hilarious. That's cool that you think that your mom is classy, but has it and flaunts it.
Oh, she does. Let me see. Let's go ahead and hear about some not Karens. What do they call it? Am I the asshole?
/ am I the jerk here video. Could you really get called a jerk for ordering takeout? We'll find out, but first, the story from Softney98. Am I the jerk for expecting my girlfriend to pay her share of the rent? My
No.
girlfriend and I have been dating for a year, and we want to move in together. We want a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, or a townhouse near my work. I'm a second-year pathology resident, and my residency is 5 years long. She works from home and wants an office. She also makes $120,000 and I only make $68,000.
Holy shit.
So our rent is $1,800 a month plus
That's it?
utilities, and she wants to go half on both rent and utilities. So we would both pay roughly $1,000 a month. Because she's using one of the rooms as her office, I feel like she should pay more, so I should pay $700 and she should pay $1,300. She thinks even if she's using an extra room, because living near the hospital is very expensive, I should pay half because we could get a cheaper place if I don't live near work. She thinks because we're paying more to live near my work, so I don't have to pay for gas, I should pay half for rent. I find she's being selfish because she makes much more than me, and once I complete my residency, I can easily make $350,000 a year or more. But according to her, it's not fair for her to wait 3 years to potentially get paid back, because we could break up and she would have subsidized me. To me, if she isn't willing to pay a bit more to put some skin in the game, she's being a gold digger and waiting for me to make bank without giving anything in the first place.
How is she being
We
a
argued
gold
about
digger?
this a
She
few
makes,
times,
what,
and I
160
just want to know if
a
I'm
year?
crazy in my thinking, or if she's being selfish. I mean, maybe you can try to make some kind of argument that they should pay slightly more if they're using more of the apartment or whatnot, but it also does sound like it has merit in believing that they picked this place because it's just more convenient for you, as opposed to the place that she would choose that might be cheaper. Bottom line, I think it's 2 roommates and they should just straight up split this 50-50, and I think OP's the jerk. Would you guys?
All right, wait, hold on. How much does she make?
120.
Okay. Perfect spot that I stopped at. Okay, so she makes 120 and he makes 68. And he's a medical student, right? Okay. He doesn't say what she does. Does he?
No, but she's using 2 rooms and he's only using 1.
They could do a percentage.
Uh-huh.
I think they're both assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're probably young. Did they say how old they were? No. Yeah, they're probably young. I'm trying to figure out where she'd get a job that pays 120 a year.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. Hi, Kick.
It's like, yeah,
Not that I'm trying to leave my job or anything, because I love my job.
No, I do think that they're probably a young couple, and they're both being childish. And I think because she gets paid double what he makes, that they should use some kind of percentage. Like, she should probably pay. How would you do that? She should probably
Like
pay
a third.
66%.
Like she pays 2/3. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly what I just said. Yeah.
that would be equal. So, and it's not even, I mean, it's, the factors are, is she makes double what he does. She's using a second room. You know, he's probably not going to be there a whole lot because he's in the medical field. You know, those are 12-hour shifts, 4 or 5 days a week, depending on.
Plus school.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see.
Agree with me on that? Let me know in the comments down below. Our next story is from Throwaway 6103911. Am I the jerk for telling my sister she could have dated the guy she liked had she not been such a misogynistic pick-me? My 20-year-old female sister Kim and I are identical twins. We were very different growing up and still are. I hate to say this, but Kim is the definition of a pick-me girl. Always spewing misogynistic nonsense on how.
So what the fuck is a pick-me girl?
I don't know. Never heard of that.
Always spewing misogynistic nonsense.
Women are weak and should abide to men.
I guess I
How
should have
she's so
listened.
short and petite, so she can't do anything on her own without a big,
Really?
strong man around. How
I'm
all
the
girls
opposite
are
of that.
trying too hard by wearing makeup, while she's pretty naturally, so they all hate her for it. You get the gist. Kim and I attend the same college, but study there in different departments.
Narcissist.
In one of my classes, there's this guy named Dave. Dave is your typical handsome frat boy that most girls in our college have a crush on, including Kim. Over the summer, I've started working in a small coffee shop near campus to earn some extra cash. During that time, Dave became a frequent customer there and was pretty friendly towards me since he recognized me from class. After a while, he admitted that he's attracted to me and asked me out so we could get to know each other. Knowing that Kim liked him, I decided to reject Dave and instead offer to set him up with her. We're identical, so if he asked me out based on attraction, it really shouldn't matter. Dave agreed and I gave him my sister's number. I knew they met up for a date during the weekend, but I didn't have time to ask Kim how it went since I was sick. Today during my shift, Dave approached me and asked if I could return to Kim the lip gloss she left in his car since he knew the brand was expensive. I asked him why he didn't return it to her himself, and he said that he didn't want to see her after how the date went. I was confused, so I asked him if the date was really that bad. He explained that they went to a nice restaurant where my sister didn't stop harassing and criticizing the waitress for wearing too much makeup and looking easy. After that fiasco was over, she proceeded to say some stuff that I can only imagine are usually said in an Andrew Tate podcast. Dave, who was apparently raised by a single mother and has 5 sisters, was horrified. So he excused himself to the bathroom, paid for their meal, Venmoed Kim some cash for an Uber, and left her in the restaurant alone. I was embarrassed for Kim, but totally understood why Dave walked out on her. So
Yeah.
I apologized on her behalf and took the lip gloss with me. I returned it to her 2 hours ago, and she did not stop complaining on how awful Dave was, how he wasn't a real man since real men usually like when she brings up how women are inferior to them. At some point, I just cut her off and told her that she had a chance of a nice date with a guy she liked, but ruined it all because she couldn't stop being a misogynistic pick-me for even 1 second. I'm now back at my apartment, and Kim hasn't stopped texting me demanding I apologize, but I don't feel like it. Am I the jerk? I think OP's
No.
not the jerk here. Bottom line, I think if Kim wants to be that pick-me girl,
Don't care what you think, love.
He is right.
Holy shit. I'm like, I don't think I'd be able to have contact with my sister after that.
No, she sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, to have a sister like that. I mean, my sister's pretty bad, but that one sounds really bad.
That's just,
Wow.
my sister is nice to people for the most part.
I have a sister that's wonderful, but she sounds absolutely awful. Wow. I've never heard of a pick-me person.
Pick me
But
girl.
that
No,
is
I get it though. I don't like that phrase, but
that is awful. Wow. First of all, everyone's different, and what works for you might not work for somebody else. Like, I have really bad skin, and I have to wear makeup to cover up my scars from like, the acne years and whatnot. So I'm not blessed enough to have beautiful skin just without makeup.
I hope you feel better, Pokey.
Bye, Pokey. Praying for you, hon.
I'm always told that you have such lovely skin.
You do. You have beautiful
like-
porcelain skin.
Like, okay. I have dry patches all over my face. So, but, it's a combination of skin. Like right in here recently, this has gotten really patchy and dry. And then right in here is a patched spot. But I also have, I don't know. I guess I do. I don't know anything about skin care, so who knows?
Like, I take care of my skin now, but I didn't always. So it takes a while doing skincare for it to start looking healthy and stuff. And I do too. I have patches of dry skin, like right here, but I have lupus, so it makes your cheeks glow red.
Mm-hmm.
And so my cheeks look red all the time without makeup. They look just like Rudolph's nose constantly. Unless I put the stuff that's supposed to go under your eyes, ladies, you'll feel me, like the concealer stuff on my cheeks, because otherwise they just glow red. That's me, Maddie. My forehead is really greasy, but my cheeks are super dry. My skin is just, ugh. But anyway, I think he was
wants
right.
to
And she was
portray
right.
themselves, but I don't. This that would be only camera. Husband of 10 home. Our next story is from Gamer Check. Am I the jerk for turning off the living room video camera when I'm home alone or I'm hanging with my kids? About 4 years ago, when my husband of 10 plus years and I bought our house, we got a security system. Included in the bundle was an indoor-only camera. While I liked the idea of having it monitor for movement when we weren't home or sleeping, my husband wanted it on all the time, even when we were home. This made me somewhat uncomfortable, but I came around to the idea. We'd use it almost like a baby monitor to check on our 3 and 6-year-olds when we were in the bathroom and heard crying or whatever. Our 3-year-old was nonverbal at the time, and sometimes his older brother would craft up some crazy story as to how he got hurt. We'd occasionally use the camera to figure out what time we put the pizza in the oven if we forgot to start a timer. or to figure out who stole the
Oh,
cookies
that's a good
from the
idea.
cookie jar. Anyway, fast forward to a couple of months ago. One day, I'm chilling at home by myself while the kiddos were at school, and I just kind of realized it's weird to have a camera recording me chilling and watching shows, so I turned it off. I've mentioned multiple times that I don't think we need the cameras on, but in retrospect, I should have had a convo with him before turning it off. This made my husband upset. Now if I turn it off, he turns it back on. We've had multiple conversations about it. I feel like the kids are old enough now that we don't need to monitor them like this anymore, and using a camera to prove or disprove their honesty is not the best parenting. But he wants the camera on 24/7, even if we're both right there watching the kids. But I feel like that argument is an uphill battle, so I simply don't want the camera recording me when I'm home alone or when it's just me and our kids. He claims that me not wanting the camera on is not respecting him as head of the household, and he'll repeatedly turn it on anytime I turn it off. If he's at home, then he notices it's off right away. If he's at work, he'll turn it on in a few hours. No, it doesn't notify him that it was turned off. I feel like it's weird and controlling, but I don't have any other good reason for not wanting it on. He wants to still use it to monitor the kids and use it to figure out what time something happened. Sometimes he'll use it for things like helping the kids figure out where they put their book when they got home or something. We live in a pretty safe area and have a doorbell camera too, so I don't think home invasion while we're at home is his concern. He's not mentioned that as a reason. His opposition to me turning it off when I'm home alone is that then I don't turn it back on. So there's no footage if we need to look back. Am I the jerk? Should I let this go?
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it fucking go.
Yeah, that's not a big thing. Not worth arguing about.
Choose your fucking battles. That's all I'm saying.
That's like one of my favorite sayings. Choose your battles.
I think the bottom this is if this, I'm gonna put 15. Am I the jerk for not letting my kid's sister call me dad? I have split custody for my two sons, Diego, 12, and Sasha, 10, with my ex, Josie. About a year after we split up, Josie got pregnant with Eva
Pause
from
that
a
for a second.
one-night stand.
I split custody for my two sons and Sasha with my ex, Josie. About a year after we split, Josie got pregnant with Eva. Okay, so this is her this is the sister's kids? Did I understand that right?
Am I the jerk for not letting my kid's sister call me dad? I have split custody for my two sons,
Oh, I
Diego,
get it.
12,
Okay.
and Sasha, 10, with my ex, Josie. About a year after we split up, Josie got pregnant with Eva from a one-night stand. That guy never stepped up. He's pretty broke, so he doesn't pay child support, and would stop by every now and then when Eva was young, but hasn't seen her since she was 4 or 5. I'm pretty good friends with Josie, and would invite her and all 3 kids over sometimes when I have cookouts and stuff like that. Through the years, I've watched Eva for Josie as a favor here and there. They go to the same school, so sometimes I'll pick all 3 of them up and drop them off at Josie's on her weeks when she's busy and I have some time. I don't play a fatherly role, and I don't really want to. The other day when I picked them up from school, Josie asked me if I wanted to stay for dinner. We had a nice meal and hung around a while when I go to leave, and Diego and Sasha hug me goodbye and say, "Bye, Dad." Eva also gave me a hug and called me that as well. I figured it was a mix-up and go, "What was that, Eva?" She goes, "Oh, sorry, I meant to ask if I could call you that now." I told her I'd rather her call me my name. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want that responsibility on me. She seemed sad and I thought that was that, but since then, Josie told me I'm being a real jerk, saying it's not like she's asking for child support from her, but I should still let her call me that and be flattered. I don't really like it though, and I'm afraid of future expectations if she gets used to it. Am I the jerk for that? I want to be clear that the only part I said was, "I'd rather you just call me name." The "I'm not comfortable with that, I don't want that responsibility on me" was me explaining myself here. I didn't say that out loud to her. I don't personally want to be uncle or some nickname. I feel most comfortable going by my name. I have siblings with kids who call me Tio, and I like that just being their thing. It might be tough for the kid to deal with in some weird twisted up way. It might be hard for OP to deal with, but I think OP did the absolute right thing here. They're not their father. They're not looking to be their father.
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I think he's kind of being a jerk. And I see both sides. I really do. But she's not asking for support or care of any kind. Just a title. And if that kid needs a title, then give her a title.
I get that, but I don't know.
It's a stepdaughter, right?
No. So
It's the stepdaughter's sister?
no, his ex's daughter from a one night stand.
From that he doesn't raise or is not in the household, right?
Correct.
Oh, then no. It's not.
No.
The child is not in the household at all.
So he was married to Josie. I think that's what happened. They had 2 kids. They split up.
And then she
Josie,
had another kid.
She had a kid from a one night stand.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, I
No,
totally get.
no.
It's heartbreaking that the little girl sees him as a daddy figure, but he's not her
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a hard situation. But
I would like see, this is the South, and in the South everybody's aunt and uncle. So I would say, call me Uncle Tio. I think you said it was the name. Call me Uncle Tio. I'll be your uncle. Call me Uncle Tio. I'll be your uncle. I'm quick to be everybody's aunt. Call me Aunt Mandy. I am so many.
I don't know what that is.
I'm sorry. It's a microwave.
It sounds like a rooster. Are you flipping it off?
No. What are you talking about?
You were flipping it off.
I would say call me Uncle Theo or whatever. That's just me. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, no. That's a sad story.
It's a hard situation. It's a really hard one, especially for the kid.
Next.
Jerk for refusing to remove my prosthetic for my boyfriend. I, 19-year-old female, have a below-the-knee prosthetic. As I lost my lower left leg as a child in a car accident, I move well in it, and it in no way hinders my day-to-day life. I've been seeing a guy, 24-year-old male, for 5 months now, and things are going great for the most part. The one issue I'd say is that he's insistent on me removing my prosthetic around him. We could be hanging out and he'd suggest I'd be more comfortable with it off, or heading to bed to hook up and he'd suggest that it may be better to remove it. His suggestions have become requests as I kept ignoring the suggestions, and I finally told him that I wasn't comfortable with removing my leg around him yet, as I didn't feel we were there. My leg, despite the fact that I can move it well, is a source of trauma for me due to bullying, and having had bad past partners be repulsed once I took it off around them. And I told him as much, but all he took from that is that I don't trust him and think he'd be swayed and not like me anymore. I don't take my prosthetic off around anyone except immediate family and very close friends, as without it, my mobility is greatly decreased. I thought since everything else is going so well, he'd understand this, but he's upset and angry seeing this, as me not trusting him and thinking he'd do something, which is why I don't want to take it off around him. I'm starting to feel some pressure here. I like him a lot, and maybe I'm making it into a bigger deal than it has to be. I don't want to upset him, and maybe I'm being unfair. OP's definitely not being unfair, and I think they're definitely not the jerk. This is a situation where OP is legitimately not comfortable with something, and it's one of those situations where you express that you're not comfortable with something yet and it's going to take some time, and the other party just keeps pressing it, and it builds up to the point where you don't know if you'll ever feel comfortable around them because they never gave you the time to become comfortable in the first place. and it's just blown up into this bigger deal than it ever needs to be. Why does he need to see this so badly anyways? This guy can't respect OP and their boundaries. Our next story is from
All right, so it just popped in my head. He could have a fetish.
That's a good point. Very good point.
And I'm not knocking any fetishes. Yeah, that's right. I'm not knocking any, you like toes? Awesome. You like licking eyeballs? Perfectly fine. You like looking at, stumps from amputees? Whatever. But how he's going about it is wrong.
It is very wrong.
Dating someone because of a particular fetish is like a thin line, in my personal opinion.
They need to know about it up front, though.
Yes, absolutely.
So they be okay with it, especially in this kind of a situation.
I mean, like one of the things that I've noticed, I've watched, I think almost all of my 600-pound life, and stuff like that.
I like that show.
So many of the women get divorced from their spouses or they break up because they lose so much weight because the significant other, their fetish was bigger women, and one of them in particular, I don't remember the name or whatever. He was British, and he was very abusive to her, very
What?
verbally abusive, and it showed you on the show.
That's
And,
awful.
he started going after the little girl too, their daughter, and it was horrible, So, and one of the things also I used to watch, I don't remember the name of it, with it was on TLC. It's kind of like Housewives, but with little people, dwarves.
Yeah.
They had an episode where one of the girls went out on a date with a regular sized person, and they found out that they had a fetish of little people, and they were like, "Oh, this is not okay." Da, 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 da. And I'm thinking to myself, fetish is something that you're attracted to. So,
As long as she's okay with it.
well, yeah, I understand that, but it's like they started dissing people with fetishes that are attracted to little people. And I'm like, well, that's just one quality, and it takes more than one quality to be in a healthy relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
In order for me to be with someone, I have to find physically attractive. There have to be something physically attractive on my husband to still want to be with him.
Yeah.
Something. Later on down the line when the physicalness, I guess disappears, which I don't think it really does.
Well, once you love their heart and soul, then they become more physically attractive to you, I think,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, she needs, that's a red flag. Big red flag.
Definitely. And if it's making her uncomfortable and he's starting to be pushy about it, which it sounds like he is, I think she needs to get out of that.
Yeah.
so badly anyways. This guy can't respect OP and their boundaries. Our next story is from the Jordan Riv 121. Am I the jerk for ordering takeout after my husband tricked me to cook for his kids? So to give some context, I,
What?
female 35, have been married to my husband, male 37, for 6 months. He has 2 children from 2 different uninvolved mothers, and they live with us full time. The kids are 7 years old and 10 years old. I work long hours, and it's a demanding job time-wise. My husband thinks that just because I work from home that I can pause whenever, but it's untrue. He'd ask me to do things for the kids or him during work hours, but I told him I'm working and unavailable during those hours, and that the kids are his responsibility till I'm done. Yesterday, he told me he wanted to go attend a friend's engagement dinner and asked if I could take time off work to make the kids dinner. I told him absolutely not and insisted that he cook for them or order takeout. He said that he had no time to cook and takeout was off the table since he doesn't want to feed them fast food. He later said fine and that he was going to cook dinner and then go to the party. 2 hours later, the kids came in and said they were hungry. I was puzzled. I asked if their dad cooked them dinner and they said he didn't. Moreover, he told them to come ask me to cook for them at exactly 7 p.m. I was so pissed to find myself in this situation, I took a few minutes off the meeting and ordered takeout from the nearby restaurant and fed the kids. Then had them watch TV and then go to sleep. He came home at 11 p.m. and went off on me after he discovered that I didn't cook like he was counting on me to do. Not only that, but he yelled about feeding the kids takeout. I argued back saying I had no choice after he basically tricked me into cooking for them, knowing I was busy. So I ordered food and made sure the kids were fed while I focused on work. He ranted about how I care more about work than my stepchildren, God forbid, and called me selfish, then went upstairs and refused to talk to me. He's still sulking about it today and says I need to get my priorities in order because they're messed up. Definitely not the jerk. This was well as...
All right. They're both the assholes.
Yeah, they are. Let me chime in on this one because I used to have 3 stepchildren in my previous marriage, and it's hard having stepchildren. Especially when it happens all at once. You go from having, in my case, just 1 child to all of a sudden you have 4, and you're going, oh my gosh. I know I went, what did I do? I am so dumb. I am so dumb. But, and what it is she just has to figure out how to cook the day before, put something in the refrigerator or crock pot something. It's just been 6 months. She'll figure it out. She's just got to learn how to get her priorities in order. He's kind of right. But then again, there's nothing wrong with feeding them fast food every once in a while. He's got to figure out they're going to eat fast food from time to time. And there are healthier options on the fast food menu. Just because they're eating fast food doesn't mean they have to eat greasy cheeseburgers and stuff like that.
Right. So she is a complete asshole because she said somewhere in there it's his responsibility to take care of his kids. Bitch, you married him.
They're yours now too.
They're part of a
Especially
package.
with uninvolved mothers.
Hello, you dumb fuck.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I needed to get that off my chest.
I can't believe she said his kids. That's so awful.
I'm like, the fuck. And he's an
Especially
asshole.
their ages. Weren't they 7 and 10? Something like that?
Yeah.
They're young. They
She
may want to
knew.
call you mom one day.
You don't have to change their diapers. I mean, come on now. You don't
I
need
had
to
to
teach
do
them how to
that.
wipe their ass.
I had to change diapers. They might want to call you mom one day. How dare you call them his kids?
Mm-hmm.
Tricked
He's the
you into
asshole.
cooking.
Well, he's the asshole for doing that to her, putting her on the spot last minute or whatever. I don't know if it was last minute, but
And 2, sir, dinner ain't gonna be on the table at 7 o'clock just because you want it on the table at 7 o'clock. It might be 6:40. It might be 7:40. Just be glad that dinner got on the table. But anyway,
no, he was just like, he was childish in the sense that, well, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to do this.
mm-hmm.
You know, and they're both assholes because they're not communicating.
Mm-hmm.
What is the word? You know, when it comes to parenting, they are the only parents these kids have. And
Absolutely.
if the parents are going to act better than the 7 and 10-year-old, something's wrong.
Absolutely. I agree.
Both assholes.
Yep. Well said. Well said.
Established, I'm cursed. Am I the jerk for telling a woman she can't change her baby's dirty nappy on our cafe's chairs? So the building where the
I'm
cafe
that
that I
mom
work
that
at
does
is
that.
located in was built in the
What?
1750s and is therefore a listed building. Because of that, we can't knock down walls, so we're tight on space. A consequence of that is that we only have enough space for one woman's toilet and one men's toilet. No baby changing facilities in either. There is, however, a public
Oh.
toilet block no more than 50 meters away from our premises. It has multiple baby changing facilities in both the female and male toilet blocks. The story: so a family come into the cafe, they sit down, eat and drink, and then one of her babies must have pooped its nappy because she came and asked me whether we had any changing facilities. I apologized and informed her that we didn't, but I pointed out the public toilets and said that they were free and had everything she would need. She said it was okay and proceeded to change the child right on the chair in front of me. I told her that we
I would've
cannot
too.
allow that as it's disturbing the other customers and that it really isn't sanitary, especially as we have fresh pastries and cakes in display. She went ballistic, saying that it's the law that we need to let her change her child wherever she wants if we're unwilling to provide her with suitable changing facilities. I said that she's more than willing to phone the police, but we can't let her change her child like this.
What are
I
they gonna
again
do?
pointed out the public
Take the
toilets
baby
and
away
said that
from
she
her
needed
with
to
change?
leave and change her child
Right.
there. Her whole family
ain't gonna
got
do
up,
nothing about it.
left, and looked at me like I was a sexist bigot. So, am I the jerk? I think not only is OP not the jerk, I would thank them personally if I was there. I mean, who wants to go to a
I've done it so many times.
If they don't have a baby changing facility, then I'm changing my baby right there. I'm not going to walk out of the building and go somewhere else.
Especially if I'm paying to have services there. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, now I figured out the art of laying a blanket on my legs though, and changing my baby on my legs if I need to though. I figured that art out, but it takes a while to figure that out. She may not have figured that fine art out yet. And if it's like muddy, then she ain't gonna want to do that on her legs. So-
Okay, so let me retract a little bit. I have done this with 3 kids, maybe 2 handful times. And
2 handfuls. That's a lot.
that's 10 times.
That's a lot.
That's really not a lot. I mean, because I remember one time we were out and they had a bathroom. It was a huge bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no changing tables. There was no ledge, by the sink or anything to it. 'Cause
Nothing.
I would, if there was room
Yeah.
in the bathroom, I
And
would
then
clean
just wipe
bathroom.
the sink counter off, right?
Right. Nope. And I think one
Nothing.
of them was Whataburger. And they didn't have changing area in Whataburger. And the bathroom was so small. So
And a
I just,
Whataburger?
yeah. And so
I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember which one it was. So I laid down the receiving blanket on the little booth
sorry.
area.
Someone's knocking on my door. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Just one second.
So I laid the receiving blanket down and I put whatever baby it was down there. And it took me maybe 2 minutes to change the diaper, if that. So, but never had anybody complain to me about it. I was super fast with the stinky poo poos. We're just waiting on Miss Mandy to see who was at her door. All right, I'm going.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It was the mail lady, actually. Something didn't fit in my mailbox.
Oh.
I can't believe Whataburger didn't have a changing station. They're big enough where they should have had one of them little fold out from the wall do floppies.
Is this from today? That's not from today. He said, hold on one second. Let's see. He sent me a video he's, I guess, going to post on. Anyways, okay. I was gonna pull up the oldest Kicklet short, but he didn't post it. He just sent it to me, texted me.
Restaurant or any kind of associational
Shut
fee
up.
$29.70? Am I the jerk for not scolding my son when he was disgusted by my daughter's period? My son and daughter, both in the early teens, have a reasonably good relationship with each other, and me, I hope. A few days back, Jay had her period and accidentally stained her bed sheets. She was quite embarrassed. Seeing the dirty sheets in the wash early, we normally change and wash all of our sheets together, Kay was curious, and when I explained it to him, he said loudly and in Jay's hearing, "Oh my god, that's really disgusting." Jay hid in her room for the next 2 hours, and it was obvious at dinner that she'd been crying. I took some time to speak with each of my children alone. With Jay, I emphasized that periods were natural, and especially in early puberty, your flow can be pretty inconsistent. It was mostly just helping her come to the realization that it wasn't her fault. With Kay, after some uncomfortable conversation, I was given to know that he believed that it was possible to hold in periods, and therefore that she was really doing it for attention. I gently but firmly corrected his misapprehensions and explained how bad he made his sister feel for something that was totally out of her control. I felt overall that the message had been delivered and absorbed because he was quite down for a
Absorbed.
while, and I suspect but didn't verify that he apologized to her later because they seemed fine after. When my wife got back, she was away for a few days. She was mad and felt that I should have been much harsher with Kay so that he would learn the consequences of his actions, and forced him to apologize immediately.
You don't
My wife
force
thinks that he should be
apologies.
punished regardless because his actions directly hurt his sister, who is definitely an innocent party. On the other hand, I don't think yelling at anyone solves any problems, and I felt it wasn't fair to blame my son for the
Not a yeller.
deficiencies of the sex education curriculum, since he acted out of ignorance and not a willful lack of empathy. Am I the jerk? I think OP's not the jerk, and I
He handled it perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's a jerk in this situation.
No,
But
the
like,
wife is. The
yeah, but
wife.
yeah, don't force apologies. I'm with you on that. But like, you should talk to them until they understand that they need to apologize and explain the situation. And if they don't understand that they need to be sorry, then conversations
Well,
need
I
to
think
happen.
I would have taken it a step further because we kind of do this with the Kicklets. We talk to one on one, and then we bring them together, and then we have a discussion. So I would have
Good.
added the family discussion after the one on one. So,
Yeah.
but, I mean, what the hell? A young boy making fun of a young girl who got her period. Okay,
I've been
that's
in that
normal.
situation before. Yeah,
That is so normal. But you
it is
nip it in the
normal.
butt. You give them hard, cold fact, and be like, oh, now go live your life.
It turned into like the talk in my house.
Oh Lord,
It
we
did. It
have.
turned into the birds and the bees conversation. Uh, and them not looking us in the eye for a week.
Oh, mom.
kind of agree with them that like walking in
Don't
with
care what
parents
you
how to
think,
deal
sir.
all or two-toned hair for asking my
Turned into
20-year-old
Alex walking
female
around like
sister
this.
to fix her
So he
overgrown
wouldn't make eye contact.
or find it funny to like crack jokes about it. Our next story is from KJally76. Am I the jerk for asking my 20-year-old female sister to fix her overgrown / two-toned hair before my wedding? My 26-year-old
No,
female
there's the
wedding
answer.
is in 3 months. Both of my sisters, Sadie, 29-year-old female, and Olivia, 20-year-old female, are my maid of honors. My wedding is going to be elegant and big, as the groom and I have a lot of friends and family, and we've always dreamt of an extravagant wedding. I have a good relationship with both sisters, however my younger sister Olivia has made the process a bit difficult as a bridesmaid. I chose a light dusty pink for the color of the bridesmaid dresses, and let the girls pick what style they wanted. Immediately, Olivia says that she's going to feel insecure as she's so pale, and the dress will make her look red. I suggested a spray tan, as the color of the dresses had already been set in stone to match the rest of my wedding, but she said absolutely not. Fair. I didn't hear anything else
Not
about the
fair.
dresses, but now I'm in a predicament with her again, and I'm not sure if I've made a mistake for making such a big deal of this. Olivia regularly highlighted her dark brown hair with blonde for years, but decided about a year ago to grow it out and let it get healthy, meaning no dye. A month or so in, her hair didn't look terrible, more like a balayage, but now we're around the year mark, and her roots are straight up brown, and there's a straight line, no blending, of blonde for the last 8 inches of her hair. Olivia has insisted she has her hair down during the wedding. However, I don't want her roots and hair on full display during pictures, ceremony, and throughout the night. I love my sister and respect what she wants to do with her hair. However, her hair is an eyesore, and I've never seen anyone let their hair look like this for this long. I told her I would pay for anything she wanted done to it, as long as her roots were at least a bit blended for the wedding. She says that she doesn't want to put any more chemicals on it and is leaving it, and I won't change her mind. I told my hairdresser about Olivia's point of view. We go to the same hairdresser, and she told me that there's plenty of things she can do for her that can make her hair look blended and still be healthy. Olivia still refuses despite me offering to pay and telling her our hairdresser said she could make subtle changes and preserve her hair. I should add that her hair is not breaking or fried. She simply wanted a break from dyeing it to get it as healthy as she could and to grow it out. This day is one of the most important in my life, and having someone at my wedding party with unkept roots is something I don't want. I'm not asking her to cut it or change the color, just blend or transition the colors. She's irritated because my other sister and mother have told her that she should change it for the sake of not ruining pictures. Am I the jerk here? If you don't want to invite them because of the hair color, I get it, but trying to pressure them into changing the hair that they say they want, I think does make you the jerk, whether or not you feel like it's going to ruin everything to do with your wedding and your wedding photos are going to be forever tarnished. I mean, God forbid, if she's in those pictures with that hairstyle, you can't even look at the pictures. They're going to be so ruined. I mean, the hair is just that
All right, enough with this guy's commentary. I don't know how I feel about this one.
First of all, she's got 3 months to worry about the color of this girl's hair.
I mean, it's like I've never had a real wedding, you know, but I've been in weddings,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't think that she's unreasonable for asking her to get her roots done. Get your roots done before
And
my
she's
wedding.
she's willing to pay for it, you know. But I think that, you know,
But she's got 3 months to worry about that. I think a month before your wedding, if she hadn't got her roots done, then it's time to say, "Oh, honey, do something." And you can gently say, "Honey, do something about this right here." Like go, honey, do
well, I
something
mean,
about that.
I just feel like there's some information missing from the story
There is
because it sounds like this younger sister could be jealous of this sister, the one that's getting married.
a little bit.
And
I
so
was
she's
thinking that
trying
too.
everything to ruin her sister's wedding.
Sabotage.
You
Yeah.
know? Well, I want my hair down. Okay, why would
Complain
me personally
dress. Yeah.
if this lady was a stickler for making sure her hair was always done and you know and things like that, but then she wanted to take a break, why would she want to be in a wedding? Not that she's the center of attention, she'll be out in people wearing her hair down, knowing that it doesn't look appealing. She's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
She'd be
I
out
agree.
of my wedding. She'd be.
I agree. My sister, when she got married, she had a woman that was 8 months pregnant and still in spaghetti strap dresses. She still managed to get her dress altered and wear the dress that my sister wanted and everything. She did everything that my sister wanted, even though the dress was not flattering on her at all. And she did everything she wanted because it wasn't her day. It was the bride's day. And she didn't complain about it. But the other bridesmaids were complaining about things. And she was like, the one person who has a right to complain isn't complaining, but everybody
Right.
else is. She's like, why can't y'all be like Brandy? She's the one that's not complaining. But like pink is like I would think a normal color for weddings. Shut up. Stop complaining.
Like
It's
the
a-
color I got in my head was like a rusty rose color.
That's a pretty
Sounds
color.
very pretty. Sounds very pretty. And I'm probably as white as the lady that's complaining. I've done spray tans before. I will never do it again.
Once
you
I'll
can
never do
get-
it again either.
You can get bronzer, powder, bronze your collarbone stuff. And
I wear a bronzer powder. Girl, I'm as white as you. White as Christmas.
I hear your puppy.
Yeah, he hurt his leg and he's just sore, the vet says. And
Or poochers.
yeah, I just gave him his medicine a few minutes ago, so he should be starting to trip in a few minutes.
I think there's 2 more stories.
Jarring, you're gonna pull up to me and on it over too.
Okay,
Am I
Papa.
the jerk for refusing to babysit my 3-month-old nephew because his parents wanted to go to Vegas? My brother just had a baby boy, and I absolutely love him. A few days ago, my brother asked me if I could babysit his 3-month-old baby for 2 days so that him and his wife could go to Las Vegas and blow off some steam from the pregnancy. While I have the capacity and know-how to care for an infant, I think it's totally irresponsible for them to leave on a vacation while the baby is so young. So I told them I wasn't comfortable with their attitude towards leaving such a young baby overnight
What?
so they could go party and that I wouldn't babysit. He asked our parents, and they happily obliged as they wanted to spend as much time with the baby as possible. I was actually pretty shocked that my parents weren't more against it. Am I being a judgmental jerk?
Yes.
I don't think OP is a jerk for their opinion.
Yes.
Yes, you're being a judgmental jerk.
Okay, there's one thing. You can be judgmental. Don't be a jerk about it. I personally would, I don't want to say look down on someone for doing that, but at the same time, for me, I'm like a mama bear. I never want to leave my kids, especially when they were little bitty, but
Yeah, when mine was a little bitty, I didn't leave him, but he had breathing problems until he was 6 months old. So I didn't leave him. The first time I left him overnight, he was like 8 months old, and I didn't want to leave him then. I left him like literally crying overnight to go on a marriage retreat, and I really didn't want to leave him. I left him
Amanda.
one night, and we went back early.
well, it was like me and Kick, we used to go on a couples retreat.
Hmm.
May or March or May or something like that every year. And the first one we went to, we took the middle one with us
Hey, Amanda.
because
Glad you're here.
She was just, let's see, November, December, January, February, March. She was only like 5-6 months old. And then with the littlest kid, she was only like 4 weeks old, and we
Oh,
took her
goodness.
with us. So, but
Yeah,
Oh
she
my
was tiny,
God.
though.
yeah, she was a teeny tiny baby when she was born. She was only 7 pounds.
That's not teeny tiny.
Well, I mean, she looked teeny tiny. She's a little squirt. She's tiny. She's like that big. So we were sitting down, where all the couples were, greeting each other and stuff, and I was sitting down, just finished nursing her, and I don't know if it was me or Kick that was holding her or something, and some lady came over, and I think she was Spanish, maybe. I don't remember. But I do remember she had a really thick accent.
Uh-huh.
You know what this woman did?
What?
She put her fucking finger in my baby's mouth.
What?
Yeah.
Why did she do that?
I don't know. Kick slapped her hand away so fast. And then he's like, he kind of, he stood up and stood me. So I wouldn't get up and go after her.
Yeah.
I was just,
No.
their words, but there was about to be fist.
No.
But yeah.
What? Oh my gosh, I would have been so mad if somebody would stuck their finger in my baby's mouth.
Oh, I
Now,
was.
I used to do that with Alex. Like, he would suck on the fatty part of my
Your
pinky.
baby, though. Your baby.
Yeah, but my hand would be clean. But some stranger or even somebody I know well, I don't care, sticking their finger in my baby's mouth. No.
I was just like,
Oh,
what
that's
the fuck?
disgusting.
But,
Oh, that like makes me start shaking. Like, for real. That's gross.
oh my
And that's
goodness.
an invasion. That's like an invasion of, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm even trying to say. That's like an invasion of your baby's space. And with COVID and all that crap,
Well, no,
now
this
that
was
we know
before.
about, well, I was saying now that we know about, nobody better ever do that ever again in life.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
All right.
They clearly don't have anything behind stopping inviting my sister over after she behaves like a child because she doesn't like my boyfriend. My boyfriend, 44, and I, 34, have been together for almost 3 years now. The relationship is great, and he's a really awesome guy. All of my friends love him. The only one person that has a problem with him is my sister. Nothing bad ever happened between them, and she's not able to articulate what her problem is. My boyfriend's unaware of any of this. The first situation that upset me was when she made a scene when she found out that my boyfriend would be joining us for a dinner with friends. I had some people visiting me in the city and booked a table in a restaurant, initially for 4, as my boyfriend didn't think he'd be able to join us. In the end, he was free, and I wanted to call the restaurant and change the reservation. At this moment, she started to be quite dramatic, and after stating that the dinner was supposed to be without him, and what? She said she won't be coming because she doesn't want to cause the problem for the restaurant, as it's so difficult to put a 5th chair to the table, so she said she'll sacrifice herself. The joke about the 5th chair still circulates well among my friends. Another stupid situation was her birthday. I asked if I can come with him, and she said yes. After that, she started to make stupid comments about him coming, so I said it's not obligatory to invite us. She said that he's uninvited. I replied that we won't be coming. She said something like, "I didn't know that you go like a package now," after which I lost my temper. Mind you that my boyfriend and I are quite independent and spend a lot of time without each other. I explained to her that she could have just said from the start that she didn't want him to come, but inviting and uninviting him like this puts me in quite an uncomfortable situation. He never found out what exactly happened. I just told him I don't want to go to the party because of her behavior. There were many more episodes like those. Fast forward till now, she made another comment about him not being allowed to her house. Not like I would bring him and expose him to her toxicity. But anyway, I decided I won't validate her childish behavior. She's 46, by the way. Among my friends, I'm known for hosting dinners and nice parties at my place. It's a pleasure for me to cook for my friends and to have people over. She found out that there'll be a Halloween party. She's not invited. Now there's drama because she feels that she's being punished, and right so. I told her that I didn't invite her to this party because I have to protect her and can't expose her to an uncomfortable situation caused by my boyfriend being present or existing. Now she doesn't speak to me. What I don't understand is why is she so against him? Also, all throughout this story, I thought OP's sister was going to be like young to mid-20s or something, and then OP dropped the ball that they're almost 50 years old. I'd say that the sister needs to grow up, but I don't think it's ever going to happen at this rate. I think OP and their boyfriend are not the jerks here, and Honestly, it's for the best that they don't invite their sister over because they don't need that drama. I say
All right, I don't like this guy's commentary.
Sister's jealous.
Probably. They're all assholes, in my opinion.
What?
Not the boyfriend, the sisters.
Oh, both sisters are acting childish, but
Yes.
the one sister is jealous of the sister's new relationship, I think.
Exactly. I think because you don't get the whole story. Like, if
Yeah.
this 46, 47-year-old woman is a single woman, I could see the jealousy.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, that's true.
But,
We don't know her relationship status.
right. And if she's in a happy marriage, you
Yeah,
know, something had to happen.
true.
You know, maybe, I don't know. But I do think that the sister that threw the party, well, she's not invited, of course. Like, and then she's throwing it, well, I don't want you to be uncomfortable because of my boyfriend. That was childish, but whatever.
Yeah,
Stupid. All right. I'm gonna have to pick better ones next time.
those are good.
How I wish my son would have uploaded his video. I was gonna show it.
Is it on his channel?
No, he texted it to me. It's about it. So, did you hear that?
I heard it, but I don't know what I heard.
Hold on.
What is that?
That's my son. I can't make out what he's saying, but I think he's saying some colorful words there.
I thought he said the F word at one point.
Uh-huh. That's what it sounded like.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's in trouble. I wonder if he realized he sent it to me. I'm going to let Kick listen to it and see what he says.
Uh-oh.
What? Did it sound like what he said? What we think he said?
Uh-oh.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
He said, yes, I heard him from here.
So I'm gonna have a discussion with the child when I pick him up
Amanda
tonight.
said, run, Kickler, run.
Yes. Oh, Daddy's gonna give him a what for?
What for? I haven't heard that in a minute.
Lord, I don't know.
Kick rocks while you're running. Kick rocks while you're running.
Lord. Have you seen any of his little shorts?
Yeah.
He has 4 of them right now.
What's his channel? We'll pull it up.
Biggest Kicklet gameplay.
Okay.
I created his YouTube channel. I think it looks fabulous.
Well, if I can type. My keyboard is so loud. I'm sorry.
Not as loud as Kicks. Click, clack, click, clack, click, 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 click.
Biggest Kicklet gameplay. It's taking me to cricket games. Okay, biggest Kicklet gameplay. Is it all one word?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not finding it.
Here.
I'm subscribed to it, so biggest killer gameplay. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry then. My bad. Pull it up. Let's watch his shorts. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I just found this weird thing that
It's called a refrigerator. I'm just kidding.
it's frozen. How?
I don't understand it.
Frozen water. Very usable. Okay, so I just found this weird thing that
He's cute.
Okay, this is the one
Uh-oh.
where he flipped out, texting me throughout the day. Oh my god! I got 60 views, and then it kept going up. I got 500 views.
Ryan, you were currying up with a friend?
So it says, line your carton up with a friend. And then he went to go do it, but there's no friends.
Oh.
And he pretended to cry. And then this one with the lasagna, spaghetti, whatever the fuck that is, got 6.5 thousand views.
Oh, wow.
I had to explain to him why he got so many views.
Okay.
Man, I'm ready to eat. Friday is red ribbon week. Green, all green. So everywhere it's a red outfit. Man, I'm ready to eat. Friday is red ribbon week. Green, all red.
Okay, so
Why did he get so many views? Explain.
he said the caption is my school adding to my food.
Oh.
So,
that can mean anything.
but when he was explaining, I asked him, because I read he had comments on, and I was reading the comments, and I was like, can you explain to me, you know, your video? And he goes, well, you know how like cum is milk? I was like, what now? And he tried to explain it to me. And I was like, spell the word cum.
Did he spell it wrong?
Oh, he spelled it right.
Oh. Gotcha.
So yeah, this was the night where Kick had a bad migraine. And I'm sitting there
Gotcha.
trying not to laugh,
Yeah.
trying to explain things. And I'm usually about this, but it's hard because our oldest has some trauma and stuff, and it's more than
Gotcha.
extremely
Okay.
uncomfortable for
Gotcha.
him.
Okay.
So
That's not funny. Okay.
it's just like, but 6.5 thousand views. Lord, after I told him about it, he went on there and
Man, I'm ready.
he made a comment that goofy vid, this is just cheese and cheese is made out of milk. Nothing look weird, okay? So he wanted to make sure that everybody knew that's not where his mind was. My poor child. And this is the newer one.
Come on.
I don't get my child. I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's cute though.
But
When he's been on stream with you watching Karens and stuff, he's adorable.
yeah, he likes
He
to
looks
do his
like his
own thing
dad.
now. He likes doing his own thing now. So he has his own YouTube channel, and 13 he gets to take over, which I haven't told him yet. So
When is his birthday? Like what month?
it was Thursday
Oh, okay.
last week.
Very cool. And you haven't told him yet?
I haven't told him that he has full control of his YouTube channel yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had put commenting on his videos and stuff, but I get the comments in my email, and the comments I keep getting are from one of his videos where he wrote THERE instead of THEIR, and they keep correcting him.
Grammar Nazis, yeah.
Whatever. But he doesn't seem to be fazed by it. I don't know if he's actually seeing the comments or what, but I don't know why they're coming to my email and not his email.
You must have set the channel up for him.
Yeah.
That's,
I wonder if I can change it or something.
I don't know that. I don't think so.
No, baby. No, very good.
Well, I have to go. I have another panel with Debo's Nation at 2:00.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go too. Thank you for coming out.
Sure.
I love streaming with you.
I love streaming with you. And you are making great progress. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up. Keep staying strong, because I know it's really easy around this time of the year to, take a bite of a piece of pie or cake or cookies or whatever. It's so easy to do.
Yeah, the little one offered me, like, on Wednesdays, I have this thing with the oldest and the youngest. And we have an appointment to go somewhere for counseling. And so I pick up the littlest from school, then I check out the oldest from school, go to Whataburger. Since the child eats at like 10 o'clock lunch, I get him a meal at Whataburger. And then they also get cookies. And so as the littlest was eating her cookie, she asked me if I wanted some. I'm like, yes, but no.
I do, but I can't.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll let you guys go.
Have a
Bye,
good
Miss
one.
Mandy. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for coming.